Hey Pete,
What's up, buddy?
nice to see you, mate.
It's always a pleasure, man.
Long time. I dressed up for you today as well.
Hi, you always do. You always do. Looking sharp, no doubt.
Thanks, buddy. Well, look, thanks for having us. And it's one of my favorite projects. We spent a lot of time together on this, haven't we, over the years?
We have some good memories here.
I'd love to get your insight for the viewers to understand, where Expo is going, what it's all about, the what, why, and how. So maybe you can give us a brief introduction of, firstly, Expo City as a whole and the legacy behind it, and then we can take it from there.
Absolutely. I'd love to. I mean, this is my baby. I mean, we've had some great memories here from over 2 years ago when we started launching our first project, which was Mangroves, that's 100% sold out, that we did amazing with it. Now, the city, and there's so much history already here, and not even a single person lives here yet, and there's already so much history. Why? Whole site, Martin, is 4 square kilometers. People don't realize how big
4 square kilometers.
Yes. And to put that in perspective,
That's what
people don't understand 4 square kilometers. Emaar downtown is 2 square kilometers. So imagine this twice the size, right?
So for 2 square kilometers, it's twice the size of downtown.
Exactly that. Exactly that. And I've never seen any other master community in all of UAE, and I've been doing real estate here since 2013, with even remotely similar infrastructure, architecture, and mobility solutions. Like here we have an Expo City Dubai. Now that's a big claim. So let me elaborate a little bit. So
Please do. Yes, let's give the viewers an understanding of that.
in terms of architecture, we have so many different buildings that are just worth hundreds of millions. From Al Wasl Dome to our mobility pavilion to Terra, the sustainability pavilion. These are just works of art, surreal water feature. I mean, it's just phenomenal. And the city itself has 2 levels, 2 levels entirely. All our parking is underground. And this is the secret to why it's 100% pedestrianized on top. And that's why you don't see any cars on top, because all the cars go underground. This makes it easier for families to just walk around with the safety, no car pollution, no noise pollution. So
Because that's a massive USP, isn't it? I mean, when we first engaged on the Mangroves residence, which is just behind us, we'll give the guys a bit of a clip later, and that's literally shot up. And we'll talk about numbers and the investment side of things, how that's progressed. But I think the biggest pull here was, number one, it was the payment plans, but secondly, it was the fact that you had this underground network that was already built,
that's pretty cool.
which is really rare in Dubai, right?
That's pretty cool. And some communities have golf carts, just making it a seamless transition throughout the whole city.
So on that note, we'll talk about it a bit later, but sustainability is one of the big sort of anchors of this project, isn't it?
Yes. It's one of our core principles, right? When we want to leave the world in a better place than what we found it,
Love that.
100% of all the energy that we utilize throughout the whole city only comes from renewable sources. So solar energy is a huge portion. In fact, don't look too far. Just right next to us, we have Terra, right? The sustainability pavilion.
Yes.
And all these solar trees, they follow the sun on a daily basis, like a sunflower does. Right?
Fantastic.
Excellent energy efficiency, right? And you'll even recognize it from the 500 dirham bill that you'll see on
500 dirhams. So on your monthlies, that's one of the reasons why people bought, I'm assuming. It obviously is a cost implication. It's obviously off your OPEX. You're paying very minimum bills, basically, right?
Yes, it was definitely going to have an impact, which is
Fantastic.
so the city is phenomenal. It's already built. His Highness has invested so many billions into the city. The infrastructure is phenomenal. And something that I love is that he's moving 2 entire industries right at our doorstep, which are what? The largest exhibition center in the whole GCC.
I was going to ask you about this because that, as you've mentioned, one of the key underpinning anchors, isn't it? That is literally going to be in the GCC, right? One of the largest exhibition halls where they host all the big events, correct?
Correct. And the reason why investors love investing with us is our 4 unique revenue streams. And from these 4 unique revenue streams, this is one of the very important ones, the Dubai Exhibition Center. Just next quarter, I mean, Q1 of 2026, right? You're going to have the expansion of both the south and the north side. It's going to be completely done.
And just give guys a sort of understanding. I mean, we're talking scale here. This is massive, isn't it? This is a massive undertaking. How big is this now? And
This is going to go all the way up to 180,000 square meters. To put that in perspective, you've been to the World Trade Center.
correct.
This is going to be 50% bigger.
That's huge.
And what makes it even bigger for investors is the fact that in a 9.4 kilometer radius, there's only 2 hotels and they have less than 300 keys each.
So just on that note, you've hit a really important topic there about just 2 operating hotels, right? And my understanding from our previous conversations with our investors and so forth, the one thing they do like is that there's an underpinning of pent up demand for leasing, right? Especially when the World Trade Center comes online along with the mall. But I think to that point, if we talk about the hotels, there's two hotels, the Rove and the
Cheval,
which is a fantastic French brand, correct?
it's 5-star hotel, right? It used to be the leadership pavilion, so His Highness would invite heads of state, very important people in order to stay there. So it's all marble. It's just gorgeous. It reminds me a lot of Emirates Palace in Abu Dhabi.
Oh yeah,
It's never meant to be a hotel, but it's just so luxurious and beautiful.
it's funny, isn't it? In life, things that are meant to be actually tend to be the best versions of what it should be. It's bonkers. On that note, you mentioned about the leadership team. I just want to give people an understanding. It's very rare. I mean, if I may say so, it's probably the most unique, like the alpha team in terms of leadership, isn't it? If I'm allowed to ask, just give the guys a bit of an understanding. I mean, why this is a serious player in the market, who's behind it, and just to give that legacy feel.
Absolutely. And I think that's a huge point as to the success. I mean, we are blessed to have phenomenal leadership behind Expo City Dubai. Who's behind it? Our CEO is Her Excellency, Reem Al Hashmi. I mean, she was the youngest minister to ever been appointed in UAE history.
That's fantastic.
Way back when she was appointed. An absolute genius. She went to Harvard, PhD in China as well, fluent in Mandarin.
That's incredible.
A pleasure to hear her talk. And she reports to, she's also the Minister for the State of International Cooperation, among many other things, right? So a pleasure to have her take care of all the day-to-day business of Expo City Dubai. And she reports to our chairman, who's His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Saeed Al Maktoum, right? And who's he?
I was going to ask, for the viewers that don't know, please, because it's a very big in terms of their positioning.
I mean, and just a few of his roles. He is the chairman of all Dubai Aviation Authority. He's the chairman of all Dubai airports, the chairman of the most successful airline in the world, which is
Emirates.
There you go. And he's also chairman of Emirates NBD, among multiple things. So we're blessed to have, like you said, phenomenal leadership.
I love that. And I think that underpins as well from an investment point of view. You've basically got the top tier leadership team delivering a fantastic product. They already delivered a fantastic expo, which was phenomenal for the world to see. Was it 20 million visitors at the time?
Over 24.1 million visitors in a period of just 6 months during the biggest pandemic that the world had ever seen in the last 100.
I mean, I love the fact that they find solutions to problems. They created something incredible. And on that note, we mentioned about the aviation sector. I think it's very important here. We're literally 5 to 10 minutes away from what will be the largest airport in the world, correct?
Absolutely. Al Maktoum International Airport. I mean, all of this is thanks to His Highness's Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum's vision and leadership, bringing two huge industries, not only the exhibition industry, but the world's largest airport. To put the context as to how big it's going to be, have been to Dubai International Airport. Dubai International Airport is huge already. How big will this be? This will be 5 times the size of Dubai.
So just for your reference, it's 5 times the size of DXB, which is massive.
Massive.
Now, what does that mean for the community and Expo? And I know the reason why a lot of people got in early here, right? I'm just, you best person to explain this, but just look at this model. And this is just a small fraction of what's being built, correct? You've got the World Trade Center, you've got the mall, which we'll touch on, which is run by EMAR, correct?
Correct.
You've got a lot of the infrastructure for the ports. Jebel Ali Ports is just down the road. All the infrastructure connect with the Expo City Road, 77 to the Sheikh Zayed Road, for example. So logistics hubs is very important, but also the warehouse and factory logistics industry is growing exponentially. And I think we've seen a demographic, especially from China, and a lot of high-end net worth clients coming in, taking advantage of this logistics hold, right? So where do you see that business going? Where do you see the influx of people coming from in a demographic way? Where do you see the next bout of buyers coming? In which area?
You know, funny you mentioned this. Every single day I get that question asked, Peter, what are your nationalities that are buying? Why? Because they want to target either through ads, through that certain nationality. The thing is that since we pulled off the most successful World Expo that the world has ever seen, we had over 192 nationalities represented.
So 192 nationalities.
Yes.
I mean, that's very broad, isn't it, in many respects? I know we did a lot of the European market when it first launched, but I think now a lot more families are coming in, a lot more countries are opening up to this and realizing that Expo is definitely on the I must be involved in, right?
It is the future city of.
Can I ask as well, because I know it's about sustainability, and I know I love the project. I think it underpins a lot of major things. Can you just give the viewers like 5 key points you would say, if we're looking to invest at the moment? There's a multitude of projects in the market, all launching in various aspects of Dubai, and it's growing exponentially. What would you say the 5 USPs here that makes it exceptional, and why someone should buy here? Just give us an idea of what that would be.
Well, first of all, when you're buying off plan, I'm sure you recommend all your clients that the developer is extremely important, right?
Correct.
Must be a reputable developer. I mean, what has Expo City Dubai done? Everything that you see around the city we've built it, right? And every
So
single
that's validation, tick one.
every single major event we've done successfully, right? It's a government-backed developer, so you know that your investment is 100%.
It's liquid, it's solvent, they're delivering, they have the money to finish.
With a phenomenal leadership team that we just discussed, right?
And so,
check. The city is already thriving. We have over 5,000 high-level professionals because our commercial real estate is already here. Plus, we're also a free zone. Freehold plus free zone as well, which brings in a lot of benefits because of this huge amount of multinationals that are coming every single month.
Because that's really important. The free zones, and a lot of people don't understand, but free zones are scattered around the UAE, but this is very essential. You can live, work and play here, basically. And that's another added value for when you're coming in. So on the visa's perspective, you can, on an entrepreneur, you can entrepreneur coming in, you can have your own business within the surrounds of the city, and you're literally around all the major key arteries. Next question, sorry, that's checked, done.
So that's a huge revenue stream, the fact that we are a free zone. I mean, we have companies such as Nestle who have like 8 buildings, global headquarters of DP World, Siemens Energy, Siemens International, Bank, Life Nation, Fujifilm, the list.
Engie, right? Engie as well. They're the largest sustainable company in the world. I noticed them because they're one of the first. They were actually behind the project. Is that correct?
Terminus, we have a lot of huge companies that are all behind the project and they're key anchors to the city. So we're very...
And just for everyone, just to give us people an understanding, we've got this master community. You can see these areas here, okay? You've got a mixed use of residential. Now, just what I love about one of the projects that you launched, 2-3 months ago, one of your best sellers, Al Waha, right?
Correct.
Now, just explain to the guys why that was such a key and unique SP. I mean, it's a government developer. The buildings are already existing. They've repurposed them, but they've done it in such a way they're creating usable space, which is going to be phenomenal in terms of deliverables. And we'll show the guys later on shortly. Just give the guys a little understanding of what makes them special comparable to what's been built previously.
Well, Martin, as you know, in Dubai, the fastest appreciating, highest rental yields are low-rise buildings. But your typical definition in Dubai of a low-rise building is a G+7, a G+8, like it is Shoreline in the Palm. Or like at City Walk here, we're just doing G+2, so super low rise.
That's a rarity. And I know the fact we've had some, and thank you for your great work, and we managed to get a couple over the line and some multiple units in these buildings. And I think the guys looking at that, the G+2, that was something that really ticked the box for them.
Correct. And the fact that it's super low rise means more privacy, more exclusivity. I mean, we've done extremely well by selling both individual units and entire buildings, like you're very aware of, right? Clients that want to be able to have control of the whole building so they can rent it out via Airbnb.
Because that feeds back into the hotel model. There's only 2 hotels. There's about how many keys is that roughly, give or take?
Around 600.
So 600 keys. And let's assume you've got a massive, Jitex comes, for example. You've got a multitude of different people coming from the metro and stuff. They're going to fly in to, showcase what they're doing and so forth in that event, just that one-off event, let alone the dome. You've got 4,000 plus people that want to stay here. So effectively, that pent-up demand, even include the staff there that work in the mall eventually, that pent-up demand is going to overflow into the residents. And I know you're an owner of the property here, right? You saw, and a lot of the people we've all looked and invested in here. What is the expected numbers on that? If I just go into that subject, what we're looking at in terms of like your return on equity, which I think is valid for this particular project. And where do you see the next 5 years going in terms of numbers?
Look, the sky's the limit. I mean, you've sold to so many clients here, and you've seen that the property's prices have appreciated over 30% year over year.
30%, right? That's phenomenal. I think the mangroves, that's probably a little higher than that, right? Give or take.
Yes, and we have some townhouses, Yasmina Duets, that are trading over 1 million dirhams.
1 million dirhams.
What they paid for in a span of like a year and a half.
In a year and a half, there's 1 million dirhams increase in capital.
So that's more than, and if you consider the payment plan, which we're known for doing the best payment plans, that's over 100%.
Because that's one thing I have to say, Expo, I love. Even now, it's got a little bit tighter because obviously it's such a fantastic product. We started off with a 5-year post, didn't we?
That was phenomenal.
That was like next level. Unfortunately, I missed the boat on that one, but a lot of people did, and they're very happy. What we are looking at now, is it 2-year post? Is it 50-50?
Depends on the project. So Sitter Residences, where we still have a little bit of inventory, we have a 2-year post handover, which is great.
So 2-year post is fantastic.
With Al Waha, which are the low-rise buildings that we're going to be showing you very shortly, these are 50% during construction and 50% on handover. And thanks to its proximity of just a 2-minute walk to the exhibition center, which will be the largest in all the Middle East and top 20 in the world, all your short-term rental clients are just have a quick and easy walk to all of these.
So when you look at underpinning investment, and obviously you got the short, medium, and long-term plays, I think it's fair to say this does offer quite a mix, but most importantly with the Airbnb business model, And I think short terms, obviously, with the exhibition is a fantastic position to be in, isn't it? And I think once we get online, and when is the mall going to be open up?
It should be opening up by next year. What I love about the exhibition center is that you don't have to wait long. Just Q1 of 2026, it's going to be open, right? Which is even before lots of our project. Like let's say Al-Waha 1 is December 2026, the handover. Al-Waha 2, which is our most recent launch, that is May 2027. So the exhibition center, the expansion is already done even before you get the keys to your brand new restaurant.
So technically, in a nutshell, anyone looking for risk-averse product, looking for something that has upside potential,
Can't beat this.
You can't beat it. And it's backed by, well, a sincerely phenomenal team. Well, that's interesting insight on the master plan. Let me just I want to go to the map there and just to show the guys the proximity, and then we can take a look at the show. Yeah? Okay? Let's go. So we're just going to go over here and just see the proximity. If you guys get an idea. So this is great. I think this is a great representation of where Dubai's gone. And now we all know we came in 2013, both of us, wasn't it? We arrived in these shores. And everything was obviously this front line, isn't it? That was pretty much it. I mean, this was all still Dream World and so forth. DXB's there. But you can just see here where Dubai Exhibition Center is and where the sales center is here. And of course, here you've got the DWC, Al Maktoum, right?
Yes.
So they're pumping in about $36 billion, right, into this.
So what's phenomenal is that the government of Dubai has declared that Expo City Dubai will be the new center of Dubai's future, right? And for the viewers that are tuning in, why will it be the new center of Dubai's future? Well, you're moving two entire industries. The exhibition industry, which accounts for over 6% of the total tourism of Dubai, and the government wants to increase that. That's why this is going to be 50% bigger than the World Trade Center, right?
That's phenomenal. And of course, on that point, everything is moving left.
Yeah.
Because the land values, this is all the prime lands now being taken primarily. There's still some really good projects, but the value proposition now for everyone looking, this is a value prop, this corridor. So in the next 5 years, getting now the upside is pretty interesting, isn't it?
Correct. With the world's largest airport, just imagine, Dubai is already considered the capital of tourism for all of GCC. Your typical tourist, when he comes for 1 week, what does he do? He normally does 5 days in Dubai, 2 days in Abu Dhabi, more or less, right? And with Walt Disney World coming to Yas,
maybe
right,
go to Rack eventually when that comes online. So you've got a quite cross-pollination. And obviously with the Etihad Rail as well, it's all going to connect everything.
You're right in the center, being right here at Expo City. And you won't even need to rent a car. You won't even need to get an Uber or a taxi. None of that. Why? Because the metro station is going to connect just one metro station from Expo City to the world's largest.
So that's what I love about this place. I mean, it's growing exponentially. And I think we've been fortunate enough to be involved from the beginning. And we've seen some really good upsides. And I know you've got lots of interesting things you can't say right now because obviously we're not allowed to. But for sure, those who are interested, I certainly keep following because there's going to be some really interesting projects, right? Q4, Q1 next year.
Absolutely. So I think next month, we're going to be launching our biggest project in company history that we couldn't be able.
Even bigger than what we've done so far.
Even bigger.
So that's
about several billions.
Several billions. Well, I want a piece of that.
And we have also lots of important surprises that the government's going to be announcing, like who the top tier service provider for the school will be, who the top tier service provider for the hospital is going to be. So you're never going to have to leave the city to get everything that you want.
I mean, that's great. And it's like the 15-minute concept, isn't it? Everything's within, and you're the metro line. And just spin around here, just to get an idea. When you come to Expo, this is what I love about it. You've got professional setup, phenomenal sales team. And you just look here, you've got everything shown. You can see, touch and feel. We're going to go and see that shortly. But this is the renders. I've actually been in it. You actually see exactly what we're seeing here. So it really validates the proposition. I think this covers this bit. Let's go and have a look in the show apartment.
Let's go from there. Let's go take a quick buggy tour, shall we? So Martin, look how amazing the construction has been with Mangrove Residence. This is the first project that you and I worked on over 2.5 years ago.
So that's your excavation. That's your elevation of the structure. Where are we now? 14 and book?
Now we've already maxed out at 16 floors.
63
towers, yes.
That's incredible timing.
All 3 towers are now maxed out at 16 floors.
So just to give where we are now, this is all infrastructure's done, everything's done. We're just adding the bells and whistles now, aren't we?
Correct. Just 250 meters away from Al Wasl Dome. So you're just a 2 to 3 minute walking distance.
I love this.
There's already lots of different restaurants throughout the whole community, and there's not a single person living in the community. So by the time the residences move in, which Mangrove, which will be our first project, that is stated to be ready by April, May of next year, the whole city is going to come even further along.
Is it that quick? Wow. I know, it's Q1 26, wasn't it? Q1, Q2, that's fantastic. So you literally 2-3 minute walk or a scooter or a little taxi down to the dome.
Yes.
Now with the dome, they host events, right? Pretty much there's regular events on a weekly basis. Is that correct?
So especially during winter, you have multiple events. Right now during summer, it's a little bit less, but coming winter, it's just going to be pumping with events. And once the residences move in next year, events are going to be just non-stop.
I have to say, for those who have not been here, this dome at Christmas is magical. It's really great for the families.
Yes, we'll take you to Al Waha 1, and you're going to see how beautiful that whole community is with the show apartments. And it's just a lovely green community. And so the dome, what I love about it is that any event that we do here gets taken to a whole another level. We have 250 HD projectors and full surround sound. So it just goes amazing. We've had some of the biggest performances in the world from Coldplay.
Yes.
We had no social issues with Coldplay here. So it's just a lot of fun.
No CEO is getting caught. Yeah, naughty boys.
It was all good. We have the most popular Winter City Festival that goes on here. People from all over the country come to see our Winter City. We even make it snow from the top.
I know, I love that. That was great for the kids. You bring the kid, they're mesmerized. It's magical. And just quickly where we're going now, this is where the World Trade Center extension is, isn't it?
We'll give you a sneak peek at how all that construction is going. It's well underway. They're doing a phenomenal job with the construction progress on time for Q1 of next year.
I mean, they move mountains here, don't they?
Few months away, yeah.
And I remember this is literally like a massive airport terminal. It's that big.
Just the expansion of the exhibition center was over 10 billion dirhams.
10 billion dirhams. That's a lot of money.
We're blessed to be living in a country where just the government is decisive, has amazing vision and leadership, right? And it's just propelled Dubai to a whole another level.
I mean, you can just see this thriving, can't you? You've got the halls here. It's just exponentially increased. Because this is now underpinning the whole area, isn't it? You want to bring all the big players in at the GCC and globally now, won't they?
All the biggest events will be done here at Dubai Exhibition Center. So that is great news. And the fact that it connects directly with the metro minimizes any traffic. So this is one of the only communities that I know that has been completely future-proofed against traffic. Not only thanks to the metro station, which we'll see right now, but also the road network that we have is phenomenal. We have 3 main roads, and each one of these 3 roads has 14 lanes. So that's a total of 42 lanes in total, plus the metro station, plus all the underground parking that we have throughout the whole city.
I mean, that's phenomenal. I mean, that's what I love about here. It's already been means tested, isn't it? I remember we spoke about this. There's a very good point you raised. When most developments and master communities are built, you're pretty much desert. Then you have to build the infrastructure and obviously the housing and so forth. Here, everything's all done.
Yes.
It's underpinned. But secondly, it's all been means tested by multitude of millions of passengers coming in for the Expo City. So effectively, you have a very clear artery of road network. You've now got the rail network. And I believe at Etihad Rail now, you could be between here and Abu Dhabi in what, 20, 30 minutes?
Super quick.
So that's going to be a game changer, I think.
In terms of mobility solutions, it's just absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal transportation system. Etihad Rail, what you mentioned, there's also going to be another system that connects the Etihad Rail with the metro line by its No,
I really think anyone listening to this and understanding, I think what I love about this place, it's got everything. It ticks a lot of boxes. It's very hard to find something like this that it doesn't. It's a unicorn.
And not many people know about us. So we're like a hidden gem still, right? There's not much marketing that goes around in terms of the residential components. So we're a hidden gem. Not many people know about all the exciting things that are happening that the government is doing. So it's their time to get in early because then prices will continue to increase.
Well, I think that's the key for any project, but specifically here, there's still upside potential even now. I noticed the price per square foot. I know people that bought the mangroves, what were they, 1,600 per foot per members, more or less. Now they're trading probably 2,000, 2,100, all right? Something like that. So we're coming in now, but this is a slightly different product that you're selling. Al Waha, for example, very exclusive. What, 2,400?
2,560.
2,560. So,
and it's recently opened up, by the way.
Yeah, that's good. I love spinnies. And you've got the World Trade Center's literally there.
Absolutely. Look at all the construction, how well that has been happening. It's just a mega structure that is 1.2 kilometers long. It's going to be 3 times its current
Hang on,
size.
1.2 kilometers long.
It's a gigastructure.
Jeez.
It's going to have a capacity for over 65,000 people on a daily basis, more than 4 million people per year. It's just a huge revenue.
65,000 people per year.
It's 65,000 people per day.
Cost.
More than 4 million per year is going to be attracting. So that is just, it's a phenomenal number.
So when we will go back and we talked about investment proposition, the numbers are so solid here. It based because you've got everything basically under one roof, haven't you? And I'll struggle genuinely to find better value for money than you got here.
Got it. Well, can we go to Al Waha 1?
Thank you.
I'm going to show you a little bit of as to everything that we're doing with the community, which is
So yeah, boys, these are the repositioned buildings G+2, and they're going to be mega. Is that the Saudi pavilion?
This is Saudi Pavilion.
Saudi pavilion, yeah.
That cost an arm and a leg, but it was one of my top favorites during Expo to see, which is full of beauty. That one and the UAE pavilion right next door, right in front of it, is just gorgeous.
Now these two are next level, aren't they?
It's shaped like a falcon, and what's so cool about it is that it opens up like wings. I love it. Night, the mood lighting. Hopefully, we can put a video so viewers can see of how it looks like at night. It's just gorgeous. Hang on, the backdrop also they completely open up.
Wow, all the time I've never known that. There you go. There's a fact.
Totally open up. So that's pretty cool.
Of course, you got the Rove and the Cheval Maison hotels here. Perfect.
One question that we keep getting asked is, can I own my own buggy? Like, let's say Jumeirah Golf is dense, right? Now, what I love about Expo is that they're more strict when it comes in terms of owning buggies. If you own a company here, you can have your own buggy, which is great. And you have to go through a driving course, in which we tell you a little bit about the rules and regulations about the whole city, because safety is always our number one priority. Yes. But what's great is that we have a huge fleet of yellow golf taxis. So with just 5 dirhams, you could go anywhere you want in the city, which is great because it's never part of your service.
That's a big USP for me. I mean, especially if you got little ones and I say teenagers, and they want to go to the shop, want to go to the gym. You don't mind. Go on, off you go. You haven't got to break up your day. They're the safest houses here. It's phenomenal.
And the convenience is you don't have to wait outside and wait for one or have to wait one. No. We have an app. We have QR codes, so you can just have one come directly to where you are.
That's brilliant. So there's a lot of thought gone into this.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I can see now. You can see wow. They've really changed.
Do you remember Sky Residences that you also sold?
Yeah. That's flown.
It's going up. It's going.
This is actually out of the high rises, one of my favorites. Sky Res.
Beautiful. It's the last time, Martin, that you saw a government-backed developer launch an off-plan project where the structure is already built.
Well, it doesn't exist, number one. And this just goes, and we'll show the guys shortly, but all these areas here, they're going to have smart gates, right?
Yes.
And this is something that people don't understand. It's going to be like what do you call it? It's like a little maze of beautiful, like private gardens and water features.
Yes. And we can put an image of what those smart gates look like. So you can have an access code in order for giving you more privacy and more exclusivity.
Wow. This is actually really good to see. Lots of work happening.
We're very busy. We're committed to all our timelines.
All right.
So by December 2026, this is going to be completely different.
Just come in and look at this. Look at the craftsmanship.
Starting from the size of and the beauty of the door.
Very grand.
Terrace as well, that we private terrace. Any maintenance fees for. And look, another symbol, Martin.
We have a horse. It's a New York style apartment, isn't it? Start living. On that note, what's the sort of we know we sold to quite a few to some very nice chaps and the lovely couple that we know. It's quite a young demographic, isn't it? They're buying this.
We have buyers from all walks of life. But yes, we've had a lot of young buyers that they're doing it both from an end user perspective because they want to be able to wake up and have these high ceilings and just give so much natural light that you see with beautiful views and all those decorations that you see outdoors at night. They completely light up. So
I love that.
Beautiful no matter what time of day it is.
And you just get a look and feel here. This is a great entertaining space. Fantastic entertaining. You could lock up the wife in here.
Look, more horses here.
More horses, yeah. Now, this is great storage, actually. I like this. It's actually a good use of space.
Yes. Let me show you a little bit upstairs where the 2 bedrooms are.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites.
And you have beautiful views from every angle all throughout. You can see a little bit of the community as well and how that's progressing.
Ignore the lorries, look beyond it. These are all going to be the smart gates. You have water features and you're going to have lots of greenery through here, which is lovely. It's lit up at night.
And I mean, the community looks great and we're still about 2 years away from handover.
2 years. And this is a really good representation of the craftsmanship, the deliverables. I love the bathroom, by the way. Bathroom is one of my favorite points. I think they've done a very good job here. And I think you've got like plenty of usable space to shower. The bath's great size. Oh, it's perfect for Airbnb, isn't it?
Absolutely perfect.
His and hers. Joe Malone candles, very nice.
Do I go to this room?
No, it's come a lot, mate. Very nice.
And the thickness of all the windows, each window is like this. So there's literally construction happening outside.
Sheer thing.
That's his name.
Very quiet. That's actually a valid, I know it sounds daft, but in the construction business, these are things that people like now. They want to see the quality, the attention to detail. They don't want to have noise of cars and so forth. But no, I really like it, mate. It's
important because they're doing so much attention to detail, even with the thickness of the glass, that you have the best of both worlds. You're in Expo City Dubai, where you're just walking distance from all the activities, all the action, the offices, the retail, the space, the facilities, amenities, attractions, events, right? But once you come to the sanctuary of your home and you shut the door, it's just peace and quiet. So you get the best of both.
It's peace. So you've got the best of city living and just switch off, put your shoes on the floor and relax. And just for reference, we know, so the duplexes, they have 2 sizes, correct?
There's 2 sizes. You have these beautiful corner ones that you see where we are right now. These are about 1,700 square feet. Average price is around 4.3 million.
I was going to say 4.2, 4.3. Yeah.
And then you have your middle units, which are about 1,500 and change. And those are about 4 million.
That's still really good size though. And that's why it works.
You can't get this for 4 million anywhere else in Dubai.
In fact, the loft and duplex apartment market is very niche. Mainly you've seen some in the marinas, you've seen some in downtown, and they tend to go it's a very niche market, but people that love them. And I just think this is a different representation from the simplexes. And I know these have been your best sellers, haven't they?
They've been phenomenal because it's so rare to find it. And in terms of a price per square foot basis, the developer priced it exactly the same, whether you have 5 meter high ceilings or you have 3.2 meter high ceilings.
So they've been very generous. And that's what I like about Expo is that what you see is what you get. It's in the contract. There's no hidden agendas and it's a deliverable. And you can just see around here, everything's delivered to a very nice standard. That was fantastic, as always. A little bit warm. Right. Quick one for the viewers. 60 seconds, brief summary. What we run through today. Go.
Well, we are a government-backed developer, and any investors that want to invest in Expo City Dubai, there's 4 main revenue streams. The largest exhibition center in the whole Middle East, the largest airport in the entire world.
Yep.
The fact that we're a free zone with some of the biggest companies in the world moving here every single month, tick, and we're the leaders of events with the best payment plans of any government master developer in a city that's already built, right? So there's so many different options with top-tier mobility that you have to come and check it out for yourself.
Mate, I love that. And thank you so much for your time and your insights. And just furthermore, if you like what you see, you like the content, hit subscribe.